What was the best mistake you have ever made? Watching this guy painting a beach scene in a touristy area of my city. Nobody else was watching. I was just zoning out. It was relaxing. This girl walks up and I didn't even notice, and she goes, "Wow, that's beautiful." Just a joker's reflex, but I shot back, "You're beautiful." I immediately realized what I'd done, and I turned to this gorgeous girl, and she was blushing. I think we were both speechless for a second. We flirted for a couple minutes, but I was far too flustered from my fuck up to ask her out, which makes no sense in hindsight, but it was a great mistake. When making a batch of oatmeal raisin cookies, I mistakenly used craisins instead of raisins. The cranberry flavor and texture turned out to be a big hit with everyone that tried the cookies. I'll let a psycho girlfriend move in with me. I got a great and talented daughter out of the deal. Helping my last girlfriend's brother make some money by paying him to watch my cat. She flipped out and ended up breaking up with me over it. Turns out, my relationship was pretty toxic, and I couldn't see it because I was so in love. Still recovering from the toxicity, but I can see it as a positive now, and I'm really looking forward to 2020 because of it. I tried to buy $10 of Bitcoin in 2005, but accidentally bought $100 and said fuck it, I'll keep it in there and see what happens. Fast forward to 2016 and my $100 of Bitcoin was worth $489,723. Just kidding, that didn't happen. Probably the time I pocket dialed the pizza place and just went with it and ended up with a pizza. I moved to buttfuck nowhere to start a job. My mom kept saying it's a dead end and that I really need to switch jobs every 3 years if I want to progress. It was a 5-hour drive through twisty winding roads to a place where nothing but sheep, cows, and turnips grow in a 100-mile radius. It was pretty dire, and I could only think that I was making the biggest mistake of my life. Well, turns out people in buttfuck nowhere pay quite well to make sure you stay in buttfuck nowhere. I've been getting a 5% bonus every year, around 2% pay increase every year to account for inflation, and an extra 5% pay rise every year for performance. Property prices are very cheap in buttfuck nowhere. I met the love of my life in buttfuck nowhere. It's quiet, peaceful, and crime is almost non-existent. Back when my girlfriend said you can come in me, but actually she said can't. Long story short, we have twins now. I thought this said biggest mistake, and I was so pumped, cause I had a great one. But nope. Thought really long and hard about this, and had nothing, until I read that one comment about them having a dog. So I'll say this, my roommate moved out and ditched her cat with me, said she'd try putting her up for adoption and never did. And I couldn't handle doing it myself, so I kept her. So here we are. Never was supposed to have a cat, never thought I ever could have a cat, and now this cat is quite possibly the only thing keeping me alive. Where would I be without her? Weirdly enough, possibly taking 5 years to get my degree rather than 4. I figured I'd be out, get a job with the place I interned, and go from there. Instead, I ended up taking 5 years, meaning I graduated right as the place I interned had a hiring freeze. Ended up finding a job only an hour or so from both my wife and I's parents, which is great, because she wanted to be close-ish to family. Had a forced job change, and then I moved to another company where I'm doing work I really enjoy. Bought a house in a great town, and I'm generally enjoying life more than I think I would have if I had ended up where I thought I was going to. I can do an armpit fart with no hands. Rolled over in bed one time as a kiddo, let out a squeaker from my pit. Figured out the magic. Had a lot of fun in grade school. Never bothering to get my driver's license as a teenager. I went into the military with no state driver's license, and I was immune from having to do any driving duties. Staff NCOs were always pissed about it, but it turned out awesome for me. Last year I cheated on my girlfriend at a party. I was drunk and kissed another girl. She found out and broke up with me. I tried for 3 weeks to get her back, but she refused to come back with me. 3 months later I took the girl of my dreams out on a date and we've been together for the better part of a year now. I was with my ex for 5 years and I could say I never felt the way about her as I do my current girlfriend. I think back that I feel bad I hurt my ex by cheating, but now her and I are both extremely happy with where we are in lives. I was trying to make a casserole for dinner. It took me about 4 hours. I ran through 3x the amount of supplies I needed because it kinda blew up 4 times. Somehow it was the greatest damn dish I had ever thought I could make. My family loved it. I have tried to replicate it and failed. Forgot my charger at work. Turned around to get. If I said fuck it and went home, I might have hit a drunk driver because there was an accident OMW home after I got my charger. Buying what I call the heart attack pack at McDonald's. 100 chicken nuggets for $20 bucks me, and my friend nearly died while walking there and back. LMAO, the cashier was super fucking confused as well. LMAO.